Hi everybody, this is my Ambrosus App idea called SmartAid, which will ensure universal food security and create thriving ecosystems within underdeveloped agrarian communities. A little about myself, I am 21 years old and a logistics management major at a large university in the United States. SmartAid will be tackling foreign food aid programs, which in 2016 was a $3.7 billion industry. So food aid plays a crucial role in providing assistance to those in need, but there exist many flaws. Okay, so problems with food aid can lead to saturation of local markets by undermining the competitiveness of local farmers, which also reduces the self-sufficiency of developing economies. It weakens democratic principles, exacerbates civil conflict. It's extremely cost ineffective for donor agencies, and there's also a high level of targeting error. So why do these problems exist? First, lack of accountability and transparency, which paves the way for corrupt actors along the supply chain to take advantage for their own benefit. There's a lack of data that can be used by donor agencies to efficiently allocate and distribute food aid. There's poor policy designs in place, insufficient cooperation between involved parties, and monetization. SmartAid will be a two-part solution, leveraging the advantages of the Ambrosus platform with existing foreign food aid programs. The first component emphasizes self-sufficiency through the creation of a peer-to-peer marketplace that connects local farmers with local markets. The second part focuses on using food aid only when truly needed and in such a way as to ensure that the most food insecure persons are actually the ones receiving aid. This solution acknowledges that food aid and local agriculture are very much interconnected. Agrarian livelihoods in the global south suffer from cheap food policies, which aggravates conditions for marginal producers. My solution will use foreign food aid as a means to reinforce the goal of self-sufficiency and food security, while preventing the abuse of aid and saturation of local markets. This is a visual representation of the SmartAid ecosystem. In the middle, you can see our smart hubs, which will be the intermediary for activity within a particular ecosystem. Each community will have their own smart hub. The blue components represent the system of self-sufficiency. It'll connect local farmers to their local markets while cutting out the middleman. Farmers will upload their inventory to the decentralized marketplace, where they can set their own pricing or negotiate bids. In response to orders made, couriers will respond in real time and handle the transportation of the food to the consumer. The red components exist only as a fallback and reinforcement mechanism in times of food insecurity. Hubs will act as the point of origin through which all information will flow through. Data from the hubs will be communicated in real time to the nearest distribution center, where it will be analyzed and allow donor agencies to immediately respond to food shortages, improve policy, and reduce costs. Every user of the dApp will have an encrypted profile containing information that will be used by SmartAid to prioritize recipients on a personal basis and assess individual needs and nutritional requirements. Fingerprint scanning upon receipt of food aid will ensure it ends up in the proper hands. SmartAid will introduce transparency and accountability for an industry that desperately needs it. It'll work with and empower local farmers to thrive in their local markets while also ensuring food security at all times. Lastly, SmartAid will facilitate personal donations and financing for farmers who would otherwise not have access to any. As for SmartAid's dApponomics, first will be the donor agencies who will pay for the optimized solution that Ambrosus will provide and use Amber to track aid throughout the supply chain. The savings accrued by those donor agencies can be converted to Amber and distributed into the SmartAid accounts of persons with the highest level of food insecurity. Third will be the local consumers who will use Amber to purchase commodities on the peer-to-peer marketplace. Fourth will be the farmers that will use Amber in order to gain access to local markets. And finally, it'll serve as a mechanism for personal donations from philanthropists and the Ambrosus community at large. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are or if you have any questions.